Bobber figure out which of these
Oh, yes.
4 separate
Welcome to Twitch.
windows.
Welcome Twitch to us. We're here.
Hi, Twitch.
On this, the 50th episode of
Yeah!
Chthon the Beast's Age.
We made
Woo!
it.
5-0.
And we're underground.
That we are.
We've been
are
doing this for
in-
almost 2 years.
Yeah, that's wild. Woohoo. You are going to need roll 20.
Literally
Yeah.
less than 2 months away.
Oh god.
Uh-huh.
Shush.
Yeah, weird.
Hey, I exist now.
Oh, there they are. There we are. Yeah.
Oh, right, everything is all pixelated.
What?
And now everything's fine.
I'm just remembering what happened last session.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This certainly happened.
Yeah, that's the thing. I had a thought.
Yeah?
What if the hungry isn't heart? What if the hungry is like the Hungry King? Or like fairy?
Hmm.
I mean, we don't know that it's heart.
Lies.
I mean,
You don't know that it's hurt. No.
yeah. See? Nemo gets it.
I understand, I just don't like it.
Okay.
Interesting that it's the singular tense when the hungry has eaten,
Yeah, like the Hungry King.
Mm.
rather than the hungry have
Mm.
eaten.
And it would also correspond with the Fae versus demon stuff we've been dealing with anyway.
Exactly. What if, yeah. See? See what I'm saying?
Interesting. But also, of course, not so much comforting in terms of the incoming doom,
I mean, yeah.
as
Yeah.
various other interpretations have also or are also occurring.
Right. Okay, I guess we should be doing this in character.
Yeah.
I love this.
Our characters, I'm tired of living through historical events.
The thing is, I'm like kind of dilly-dallying with jumping in because I have no idea how to react to that fucking prophecy.
I know!
You've had a whole week to ruminate.
I forgot
And-
all week, and then I opened Discord and I went, oh, right.
They're just these events are just going to cause Chthon to have the curse, may you live in interesting times.
Lucker's
I still think the
curse.
curse is dying. Or immortality. Right. Because
So
of the thing. Whatever.
when last we left our heroes, still in the city, went through a number of rooms, like 8 and 5 and 9 and 7 and 10 and 11 and 12 and 13.
And 14.
Oh, and 14. Yes, there's a circle. Make that 14 more legible. Yeah. We had ducks waddling.
Ducks.
Yeah.
Straight lines, yeah. We had we discovered dogs and cats and jackalope.
Yes.
Took those home to their owners.
We met, or that is to say, Jess and Ellie met Harbinger.
Uh-huh.
Weed smoking girlfriend.
Goth GF. Weed smoking girlfriend. Like, yeah.
We saw the symbol of Flint and various other ancient gods. Talked about, hey, Dora should be here. Oh, right. Notes from Ellie's dad.
Yes. Right. Yeah. We found notes from Ellie's dad about Sitha. Dora's dad was mentioned. We found that there's communication between this city and one in Inanotha.
And other cities elsewhere.
Yes.
There was a greenhouse temple with like decomposition spells for corpses to like fertilize them. Use as fertilizer.
Yeah.
We found a little shrine to Lakra and then a much bigger shrine to Lakra.
Mm-hmm.
We found. Hold on. Did we find a little shrine to Lakra or just
It
a
was
little?
like a little
yeah,
household.
a house. Yeah, it was a house
Oh,
shrine.
right. That's where you found
And then
little skull,
skull.
silver skull with closed eyes trinket.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, there was a mirror. Don't know what. Oh, right, mirror puzzle. The greenhouse thing was a body decomposer
Mm-hmm.
and composter.
Everything we found that was like a depiction of the gods was this sort of dwarf minotaur hybrid looking thing.
Yeah.
The ruins looked definitely pre-Eden. So we know everything here is really old.
And then
And then
we had this much larger shrine with Lakra, as was already stated, and
Ellie communed with Lakra, sort
Yep.
of.
Yeah,
Willow and Jenny had
kinda.
a bit of an argument.
yeah, a disagreement certainly.
Ellie saw Nalim fighting Amon,
Yes.
potentially on the edge of the abyss,
Mm-hmm.
and Lakra was in the pit, looking up,
Yes.
smiling at the
Looking up
fight,
and smiling at the fight.
A
which is
skull
interesting.
with no lips and no alternative grinned. Sorry.
And then we found a prophecy.
Yes.
Or
God.
Or
yeah,
what appears to be.
Yeah.
What
Some
appears
sort
to
of
be a
It was
prophecy.
huge. There was a bedroll,
Mhm.
few old offering bowls in the corner, huge common letters etched jaggedly in the wall, and someone has taken a charcoal rubbing of this.
Mm.
King of Death shall not be forgotten. They rise from the abyss to bring their curse to fruit. When the hungry has eaten, when demons die, when all are remembered, praise Lakra. And we finally have the name Lakra.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think that Willow came around the corner and saw Journey seeing that right when we ended.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was basically. So like is those words like here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I like the ripple effect.
I have a question for Nemo.
I might have an answer.
So, what is the how typical is prophecy in this world? Like, are there prophets? Are there oracles? Is prophecy like a thing here? Is there a standard for that?
It is certain. I think there were definitely prophecies. It has become less common.
Okay.
Because of the newer relationships that are had with the gods.
But there is some precedent for it.
There is precedent of prophecy.
Okay.
It is unheard of in terms of like an outside force. If you want a Feyborn god if you want a Fey god prophecy, you ask them. You ask the god. But it is not unheard of in terms of the mortal gods. Although it is much less frequent. Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm not sure whether either of the two of you would have a way of knowing this because it's hell stuff, but there are particular demons with talents for peering into the future.
Right.
And granting similar abilities to others.
I mean, I have a couple spells that are future-y.
Yeah.
Demonic prophecy is different in this way.
Right.
It is often not shared with those outside of the demonic cohort. It is used sort of in an internal sense or for the personal gain. Or for like the immediate personal gain. The immediate gain of the person who has the deal. But so like it may not be strictly personal gain, it could be like somebody somebody who has a pact with a demon learns that their village is gonna burn down, and they save everyone. But it's less. The scale is usually smaller, and if it's larger, they keep to themselves about it.
You know, Ellie, I respect you. I really wish you hadn't done that just now.
Okay, have we seen the thing yet? If it's in that alcove, or do we just see Journey looking shook
Well,
up?
I think that's Journey's immediate response to reading it and looking to see the
Okay.
others. And I think Journey's then going to
Yeah.
step back and be
Ellie
like,
rounds
hey.
the corner. Yeah,
I
I think
also-
Ellie rounds the corner and sees this happen. Sees this. Just
Huh.
shit.
Am I getting anything with dispel magic or detect magic?
No.
Okay. And then how old does this message look? You said it's with charcoal?
It is
Uh,
etched into the wall, but it looks like
It's
somebody took a
etched.
charcoal rubbing on
Yeah.
top of it.
Oh,
Okay.
So there's residual
Oh,
charcoal.
that's what Ellie's dad found. Okay.
How big are these letters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh jeez. They're
Oh, you said huge. I said in huge common letters.
yeah. So they're
Okay.
huge. They're big. It
Like
takes up
a
the whole wall.
handspan tall kind
Yeah,
of
it takes
thing?
up the whole wall. The message takes up the wall. Almost
Oh
top to
my
bottom.
god.
Can I sort of get an idea for like how old the etching looks?
Roll.
I'd like to help with that.
Sure.
What am I rolling?
Because,
Should it be history? Should it be survival? I don't know what it would be.
Survival's better for me.
I know that.
I also... I don't know. No, that's a
Yeah, go
different
survival.
thing.
Survival? Okay. And is Journey helping?
Yep.
I'm helping.
So I get advantage?
Advantage.
Yeah.
Cool. Mod 20.
Nice.
Odd 20. Okay, I have to look at my timeline.
I love it when you have a timeline.
I love my timeline. I love my Chthon timeline. If you had to guess, jeez, I have to do math. It is between 800 and 1,000 years old.
Wow.
So that's comparable to...
It is comparable. It is it's comparable with the rest of the structure. It doesn't seem to have written significantly long after. It is not modern by any means, but
Right.
it is later. Obviously, it's later than the structure itself.
I mean, that's not obvious, but you're saying that's what it looks like?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably yeah. You would have to date it as probably in the later years, in the latter years of the city's existence. Not towards the end of this city's tenure as inhabited.
Okay. And what does the rest of the space around us look like? You said I missed what the rest of it was. There was a bedroll?
Yes, this appeared to be like a priest's room.
Priest's room.
Like a priest room off the temple, off the shrine.
Oh,
interesting.
Shit.
Yeah, there's a little curtain at the entrance over here kind of thing. Which Journey pushed aside. Does that name ring a bell to either of you? I hate to jump to conclusions.
No,
No.
it's not.
Its location would suggest a connection to...
Right.
Yeah, our skull. Well, we
And
have a name now. For what that's worth.
if I recall from what you told me of your dream or your vision, Ellie,
Mm.
it indicated its desire to return from the lands of the forgotten.
Yes, it said it wanted to be dead in the world again.
As
And
opposed to dead out of the world? Or as opposed to alive in the world?
I'm not sure.
Because if it's forgotten, it's not in the world. And it doesn't want to live again, I guess. It just wants to exist.
Why take a rubbing? Why not simply write the words down? I beg your pardon. We were having I got distracted.
Can probably something about the, like...
The handwriting?
Yeah, more proof, more exact, like... more evidence, I suppose, than just writing it down. Well, this is concerning. This is old. This is an old message, whatever it is.
So not written by anyone else that came in here.
It's a good question. Hey, Nemo, does this handwriting look like either of the druid hands I looked at before?
No.
No, okay.
Okay.
Are there any druidic messages in here?
No.
Cool.
Haha.
Do the tracks of Ellie's dad's party, is this where they double back?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
They do not go beyond. They do not leave through the second exit of 14. Room 14.
They see this and just booked it.
Huh.
Yeah.
This is probably why they turned back.
But what did they do with it after that? Who did they tell? And why doesn't anybody know about this? This seems sort of important.
Well,
Probably.
were it not for our personal experiences, I might consider this the ravings of a lunatic.
I think it's dangerous to dismiss anything like that.
I tend to agree with you, but I'm saying other people might dismiss it. You know, this was not done practically. That was done in desperation by someone without skill, who was either pressed for time or didn't want to spend any more time carving this out than they needed to, or they were doing it not of their own accord, a sort of possession.
Why would they leave it here? Who is this waiting for? You carve something into stone because you want it to last. So
Well,
who's going to see it here?
again, this appears certainly to be the resting place of some form of priest of this god. And if I were a god attempting to get a message out into the world, I would use one of my followers to do it. That is pure speculation on my part. But if your god has a message, and you are possessed of that determination, you get it out as soon and as long-lasting as you can.
I wonder what happened to the city where these people went.
That is exactly what I was wondering.
There's not
It
been
is
any
possible.
sign of. I mean, it doesn't look like there would. Right? There doesn't look like there was any destruction here. Nemo?
So far.
I forgot that I muted my mic. No, there's no destruction, other than the ravages of time itself.
Were there any signs of like people leaving in a hurry?
Nope.
Interesting.
Just
So where did they
the
go?
space being long
Gone.
unused.
Possibly it was just a city that fell out of use. It does happen sometimes. Or possibly something happened so suddenly that no one had any time to react. But there was another corridor we have not yet explored. And according to this map you've been helping me with, Willow, there's not much space left in this labyrinth to pursue. If it continues as a circle, which I think it does.
So are you suggesting we move on?
Not necessarily immediately, but it is possible that we might get further clues elsewhere. Just because
Right.
any conclusion is incomplete when based on incomplete evidence. I don't suggest that we're going to get complete evidence, but we might get more.
This is true.
At the very least, I want to write this down. And Journey will proceed to do that. I think I'm going to write it in Infernal.
Alright. Ooh, I keep muting my mic and forgetting it's muted.
That's all cool.
I kind of want to, like, while Journey's writing this, just like take a minute to sort of, I like fiddle with the rabbit charm that I have and just sort of close my eyes and like reach out a little bit. Do I feel heart?
Yeah.
Do I sense any recognition of this prophecy? Of anything in this prophecy? Or of this city or anything?
Not of the city. There is interest in you feel like a sense of interest in the prophecy, but not of recognition.
How can I sense anything about like anything Hart knows about Lakra or the shrine that we're in?
Roll religion.
Okay. Religion. Ooh. Dirty 20.
Nice.
You don't get the sense that Hart and Lacre were close in any capacity. The Fey gods, almost all of them are like alive. They're not dead in the way that the mortal gods were alive and now are dead, and communicating sort of beyond death, from beyond death. So when Hart was walking on Chthon, the Lacra and their cohort were all gone. So
Right, but I guess what
she
I'm
would have.
kind of wondering is like,
Hmm?
Hart was around presumably before Locker was forgotten.
Yes. There is recognition of Lacra themselves. But you don't sense a significant relationship.
Okay. But can I like kind of confirm that Lacra and the Shrine that's who that is?
Yes, you
Cool.
do see. Yeah, if you like question, if you like have that question forming in your psyche, Heart will reach out, and
yeah,
the image of Lacra as the closed skull will come up. There's an amount of deference that Heart feels. Deference.
Right.
And pity. And pity and pity and guilt, just a little.
Guilt is interesting.
Underlining all of those words in my notebook.
You know,
yeah.
In that case, I'm just gonna open my eyes, look at my friends, and say, "Could you just give me a moment, real quick? I need to try something."
Sure.
I want to sit down and.
Are you sitting down in front of the shrine again?
I'm just sitting down wherever.
Okay.
So, okay. This is a little bit of fudging rules that don't exist.
Yay, my favorite.
I have the spell Commune with Nature. I don't have, like, Commune with Divinity or whatever the cleric thing is. I want to get a deeper idea, like, closer talk with Hart about, like, what's with that guilt thing. But I think that I should expend a spell slot to do that. Commune with Nature technically doesn't work spell doesn't function where nature has been replaced by construction, such as in dungeons and towns. And it is supposed to give me knowledge of 3 facts about the following subjects as they relate to the area: terrain, bodies of water, prevalent plants, minerals, animals or peoples, powerful celestials, fae, fiends, elementals, undead, influence from other planes of existence, buildings, blah, blah, blah. So it's not really necessarily for what I'm using it for, but because I'm a druid and nature, like, I'm not, the nature of my relationship with Hart isn't like a cleric and a god.
No, that would make, that's, yeah.
So what can I sort of, it's a 5th level. No, it's a, wait, yes, it's a 5th level spell.
Do you have 6th level spells?
No.
Okay. So, yes, I will allow you to cast it. I will have you make a religion check as well, because
religion. Okay.
I think that especially in this particular space, a lot of different things could come up. I will let you use it in the way that you are intending, but Heart may not be the only thing that approaches you.
Right.
Ooh.
I mean, Sitha is like got a big presence, and she's Harvest, presumably. You said religion? 16?
All right.
Oh, wait. Yeah, no, that's how that works.
Okay. You reach out. Do you reach out or in first?
I reach towards wherever I feel that Heart is.
Okay.
The same place I reached when I, like, reached out, like, holding a hand.
You reach out to Heart and you see the rabbit It is the rabbit is down by your feet. And it looks up at you and stands up on its hind legs.
I am sitting. So,
You're about at eye level.
okay, I sort of reach out. Am I able to sort of gently scoop it up?
Yeah, it will let you.
And place it in my lap so we're up close. Okay. So hold on. I'm trying to play by the rules of this idea I've come up. The spell is learn 3 facts of my choice, and I believe that is roughly how whatever the cleric thing
A
is
little
works.
bit, yeah. It's like questions.
It's like 3 questions.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna. Okay. Question 1 is, why are you guilty?
They loved me more.
Okay, that tracks.
I didn't want it, but they did.
Hold on, I'm writing.
Yep.
I just sort of reached out and like.
This was Sithas.
Oh, it's still they're still going. Okay.
Sithas. I can't remember her. I can't remember her. Their eyes are closed, little face scrunched up. Thinking rabbit face.
I'm trying to think what the best thing to say is. How do I phrase my next question?
You are remembering them. I can't remember. But you're looking. You're remembering.
Do you know what Locra wants? What their curse is?
The rabbit shakes their head.
Okay.
The last time I saw them, the last I remember, when I was torn apart, when I tore apart, and then they were gone. This had been their world, and they were gone, and no one remembers. I barely remember. You are helping me remember. You are remembering. Others. Others.
Okay. 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 1 sec. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
That's
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Where do I want to take this last question?
Ask God questions, get God answers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have sort of two different directions I could go in.
Do you want to remember her? Remember Sitha. She's still down in the deep, but closer here. She's closer here, where the ground and the walls still remember, and the fruit.
What happens if the forgotten gods come back? What happens if they're remembered?
They escape the abyss, just as you would if you were forgotten and remembered.
What happens to the world if they come back, I meant? What happens to us? The mortals and the fae?
More gods. There are always more gods. I know that. I became a god. It is not always good to have more gods, but godhood is unpredictable, as are gods themselves, as are people. The last time there were new gods such as these, the old fell down. Those like me cannot die, cannot be cast into the abyss, cannot be forgotten. There is nowhere to go, nowhere to die. Maybe others will die and be forgotten. Maybe all will be forgotten, dragged down. Maybe, maybe I will be so hungry that I will swallow them all. And maybe I have always been the abyss. Maybe, 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 maybe.
I want to cast life transference.
Ooh. Okay.
Which is one of my circle spells. Hold on, I'm pulling it up. I think so. The problem with Heart that drove her crazy is people asking things and her not being able to return whatever. I am currently asking a whole shit fucking ton, and she's freaking out. So I want to. Okay, that's more than I thought it was. All right, I take
Yeah.
48 necrotic damage. Where are my d8s? That's a 10. That's an 8. I take 4d8 necrotic damage, which is
What do you
math.
do
Hold on,
as you
one
are?
sec.
Yeah, no
I
worries.
have to do math first. 20. I reach into the connection where Heart is freaking out. And I channel some of... I mean, it has to be one creature of my choice that I can see within range. But there's a rabbit here. That's fine.
There's a rabbit, yeah.
And my... What did I just count? I immediately forgot the number I counted.
I don't remember.
Heart gets 40
wow.
damage back. 40 health.
40 health. What is it that you do physically?
I reach out. Physically, what I do is I stroke the rabbit's head very gently with 2 fingers. And sort of imagine myself the feeling of taking a hand and squeezing it in reassurance. 40. Okay, Claude, I see you freaking out in the chat. It's I take 20 necrotic damage and then whatever double, twice the number of hit points goes to the healing. That's how that works. I didn't take 40 damage. Yeah.
You see, as
also,
you
I hope
this,
somebody else is taking notes because I didn't get all of that.
the internet's taking notes.
Okay.
You see, as you stroke the rabbit's head and Heart starts to feel the life go into them, they kind of reach out to your other hand and like put their mouth around your wrist and look up at you.
Oh, jeez.
Do you do anything?
It's okay.
They bite down, and it hurts.
Oh, that okay. Ow.
And that's how the damage is manifesting.
Oh, okay.
You feel Heart taking this life that you're offering and shuddering a little bit, and now I eat everything. I don't want to. Thank you.
I'm gonna help you not be scared anymore. I know what that feels like to be lost and afraid, but not everything is scary and not everything wants to take. And you don't have to be what the world wants you to be. You don't have to be the beast.
I wanted to be
Why?
this. I couldn't take the other way.
You don't have to be a god either.
I don't. But there is not always anything you can do about it.
You can say no. You can say no, that's enough.
I was never flesh and blood until I came here. And as soon as I was, everything wanted a piece. But now I am flesh and blood, and I am devouring. And I am saying enough.
There are others to remember. There are others in the pit. Perhaps Lacre will bring them. But I think it is up to you. They are not all my fault, as Lacre is. They loved me. They loved life. They love life. And they fear death. And that is why Lacre is forgotten. That is why they are all forgotten.
Do you wish that you were forgotten? Do you want to rest?
I cannot die.
If you could.
There is nowhere for me to go.
If you
Death
could.
did not let the mortals rest. Death did not let Chthon rest. Even now, the abyss does not rest. It is unmaking. They are being unmade. They are waiting unmade. I do not want rest. I wish. I wish. I wish. And then she turns away.
I let the spell go. Whew. Okay, here's the thing. I'm having trouble separating Willow from Jess right now because Jess is very freaked out. Jess hated that.
Good.
The rabbit biting into me. No. 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 I am uncomfortable. Oh my god.
Sorry, you asked the god of the Eden to take some of your life bits?
Yeah, I thought this seemed fine in theory. I didn't think there would be chewing.
What did that look like?
Yeah,
from
what did that look like to
Journey's
us?
perspective? Because Willow asked, "Hey, can you give me a minute?" And Ellie said, "Sure." And Journey just kind of stood there watching.
Willow's just sitting on the floor, and then you see there's no blood.
It's necrotic damage,
You
right?
see,
So
like,
it's like
Yeah.
you see like a dark necrotic bite mark appear on her wrist.
So did
And it's very
Willow
weird
sit
because it's like
down there?
blunt teeth. She sat down right there, apparently.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Journey is seeing Willow sitting down and, reaching out to God thing, whatever, next to this giant prophecy of undead god, and Journey is going and then take necrotic damage, and Journey is going to drag Willow away from that prophecy.
I mean, I was already up. I'm up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can the both of you
Journey.
please stop reaching out to ancient unknowable things?
I didn't. It was heart. It was heart. It was not. It was heart.
And heart isn't ancient or unknowable whatsoever.
No.
Nothing mysterious about the motives of something that destroys a country and a continent by accident.
I mean, okay, so there's maybe a lot of complicated layers, I think. It seems like I get the impression that there's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot. And then Willow sort of relays what she was told because I don't fucking remember. There was a lot happening. That was a lot of information.
I wrote down a lot of it.
There was a lot. I was trying to keep notes. I could not keep up.
It's okay. We'll go back over this video and.
Me.
I mean,
Me having to
Chthon's
go back over this
around.
video.
I guess basically,
Chthon's around, from what I took from your recitation, because this city and others like it remain solid. this ritual space dedicated to their existence. Buried.
I'm having trouble with the jest part of me that's like, what if I just like made friends with Sitha now instead because God of Harvest is less freaky? Less freaky. I'm
Heart
not
would
gonna
be
get.
sad.
I know, but I'm freaked out. Ooh,
Play
okay.
Nemo games, win Nemo prizes.
The thing is, like, I've been approached, like, from a mental level, I've been approaching the whole heart thing in a very, like, controlled burn in a forest, like, fungal, like, decomposers on logs kind of situation. Every time I remember, it's like, and then it bites you. I'm like, oh, okay.
Set
All
fires,
right.
get burned.
Okay. All right. You know, all right, fine.
She did ask. You did offer.
I did, I guess. Yeah, I guess.
Consensual god eating. But
Yeah,
it's
I
the god
guess.
eating you.
Okay, anyway, moving on.
Moving on.
Interesting that that heart believes herself to be somewhat responsible for Lockra's absence.
I mean, it sounds like what happened as the mortals switched who they cared about. Started to like the Fae gods and forgot about the existing pantheon.
Do I remember correctly that the rabbit was the god of prey, of those who are hunted and escape?
I don't think it's necessarily escape. I think it's just those who are hunted.
But those who try to escape. I am talking about this thing that you told me about. They loved me, they loved life, and they feared death, and so this happened.
I mean, it sounds like they were scared of the god of the dead. And Heart is a Fae god. Fae don't die.
Perhaps.
But it is interesting that you bring that up, that the people were prey and death was the hunter.
Well, I think that is...
That they saw Lockra as the predator.
Yes, that is what I am trying to divine from these words. That is an assumption on my part, a theory. I will be sending a letter to my associates and see if they have any information or memories or old tomes filled with information on this subject of this forgotten god. It's nothing. It's nothing. But I do think that given there's nothing more that we can discover from this place in particular, I think we should move on and distance ourselves from it and see what else there is to learn down here.
One sec, I'll be right back. There was a weird noise and the dog is confused. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Ellie, are you... How are you handling things?
I don't know. This is a lot. I'm wondering how much of this information my father knew, and why if that's why this message scared him so bad that they altered. Obviously, we sort of got a first-hand source with Hart on the matter, but
I'm back.
hello.
I just might need to take a break soon because I think the dog may need to go out.
Okay. You let us know.
Okay. Sorry, what did I miss?
You're good.
Just-
Ellie's
At least vibing.
At least
coping.
vibing. At least processing. Yeah, something about them being the abyss is unmaking, or they are being unmade in the abyss and waiting. I think that's the part that unsettles me the most. Can't put my finger on why, but
I'm almost tempted to... I feel like we need a second opinion on all this. I'm almost tempted to see what we can glean from Sitha.
I don't know if that's the best idea at the moment. I know that her presence is probably stronger here, but I don't know. I think if we draw too much attention to ourselves today, it could be bad.
Right. Okay, Nemo, question.
We've been reaching out a lot.
Answer.
Question, Nemo.
Perhaps.
How old is Fallen?
I'm remembering a scene from Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, and there are a bunch of fairies who get asked their age, and they all answer that they're 3,000 years old. By what they mean is they're older than the calendar. They're older than before people started keeping track of how old things are. They're older than all of human history. And so any numbers beyond that are basically insignificant and meaningless.
Just so my question is, like, Fallen was Fallen is Fallen older than the, what is it, the Eaten Age or whatever?
The Beast Age.
The Beast Age? I don't remember if we've established that.
I don't think we did establish whether or not.
I know we know how long they've been on Chthon for a couple centuries, a few centuries.
Yeah, I think they probably came to Chthon during the Eden Age. You don't know. I don't
I
even
don't
think.
know.
I don't even think Unfallen knows, because in Fairy there's not a concept of timekeeping.
Right, but I don't remember, like, so, like, we know the age as far as, like, pre Heart's Rampage and post Heart's Rampage. I guess I would have to go ask them if they remember any of the old forgotten gods.
They definitely may. They very well might remember.
Uh-huh.
Also, they were secluded in a funny forest
Yeah, no, I know.
doing Fae shit. So they may not know, even if they were concurrent.
I just feel like I want a second opinion on I'm having heard the prophecy and all the crazy shit Heart said. I'm like, maybe I need a second opinion on this Heart thing, man.
Got bit by a god.
Got bit by a god.
You had a couple of second opinions some 20 episodes ago, I want to say.
Yeah, but like, you're all biased.
And Unfallen won't be?
Unfallen maybe has more information on the situation, like more context for what things were like pre. Like, we only know Heart as the beast.
I'm trying hard not to. I realize that I've been currently blurring Journey and Arak a bit, in that I have been saying to you, Jess, in the past
No,
few
I
couple
know.
sentences what I imagine Journey might be saying to Willow. So I'm gonna be quiet until such a time as Journey has information to respond to.
Okay.
Because if Journey knew those questions, Journey would have lots of things to say, but Journey doesn't.
I don't think Willow says. I don't think Willow verbalizes this desire to go talk to Unfallen.
Okay. She verbalized Sitha, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess for now we could just move on and see what else is down here.
Maybe we'll find more context for what we've been finding.
Indeed. Journey is going to take that as a statement of action and just start walking out of the room.
Okay.
All right.
We follow suit.
16, 15?
15 first.
Yeah, 15.
Unless you want to follow me through the wall.
Journey's in the wall.
He's in your walls.
It is just not going to end.
It's fun.
As long as this maze is here.
It's excellent.
So I'm just going
this
to.
appears to be another town square type area, as in 10. Do you move further into the space? You would see it as you progress.
Hold on. Sorry. I wanted to see what's over here.
Yes. You see a large. You see a set of large doors.
Oh.
And beside them, on one side, you see a shelf with 4 indents, similar to the the plant life cycle puzzle from before.
Mm-hmm.
And on the opposite wall, you see 4 small stone symbols. Journey, you also see this. You You see four small stone carvings. You see a magic wand, a lock, an upside down goblet. Well, you see a goblet and a flint hammer.
The same 4 symbols.
The same 4 symbols as before.
Yeah.
Are they in the same order as we saw them?
They're in a different order in the pile on the other side.
Yeah. Plots here, pile over here somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the plots are here on this wall, and the doors are here. Big double doors.
Okay.
Hold on, wait a minute. The doors are
So over here?
here?
Huh.
Is there another deeper level? Or is there gonna have stairs?
Well, what?
We'll find out.
Well, Journey has been, as you recall, been making a map to the best of his ability with a bit of Willow's help from the Wanderer feature.
On the opposite. Yeah.
And this is just a wall.
I mean, maybe it's a shortcut to the next room, like to the
Other
whatever
tennis
we were
board.
before.
To the other side. Yeah.
What happens if we put this? Yeah.
So in the other room, the 4 symbols were with 4 statues.
Yeah. But these
But
are just
here
indents.
it's just 4 indents.
What if we put them in the
think-
same order?
That's what I was thinking. So it was flint, upside down goblet, lock, magic wand.
All right. Do
Probably.
you
I
set
guess
them
I'll
in?
trust you on that.
Yep.
I set them in that order.
The doors swing open inward,
Yes.
and you see a small platform. And with a button on the wall.
Oh.
Wait, so is this like a closet-sized space?
It's
It's a fucking elevator. Is it
Can we tell
elevator-sized, Nemo?
yeah, it's elevator sized.
Fuck off.
Are there any bits of writing that Willow can see
Indicate.
here?
Not that Willow could see.
Indicate.
Actually, you see an arrow next to the button, and then a dwarvish word.
Which direction is the arrow pointing?
Which direction?
It's pointing up.
Up.
So
I
this,
You
had a
assume
suspicion.
the dwarvish word is up.
I had a suspicion about this labyrinth earlier.
Mm-hmm.
what was your suspicion?
You remember the quest about the lost farmer in the mines?
Ah.
Uh-huh.
My thought was like, what if there's another entrance to the labyrinth and the miner got lost? This might be a second entrance.
I think so.
Are there like elevators in Rome? Because they're given the state of technological advancement going on in like the inventors section.
There's got to be elevators in hell.
Yeah.
There might be. Oh, there were elevators in hell.
Were there?
Yeah.
Hold on. I remember that.
I think we took one. I think we took one down. Or no, we took one up.
So the connection is one that is conceivable our characters might make. Hello?
Hi, sorry, I'm getting distracted.
That's fine.
Anyway, sorry. Mabel's podcast.
Okay. I see.
Does
so
it?
we would possibly make this connection, Nemo?
That it's an elevator, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I personally don't want to head upwards until we're done investigating, but it's good to know that
Agreed.
this is here.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we've got only a little bit to poke around left based on the map and the metagaming.
Less metagaming so much as, hey, our map says the circle ends over here.
Yeah.
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 Mm.
You see a mushroom field.
In 16?
In 16?
Bunch of
Whoa.
mushrooms. Growing on a bunch of stumps.
Ooh.
And in
What
bunches
kind
and
of
patches
mushrooms?
gardens.
Edible?
Oh no.
All mushrooms are edible once.
Edible for people who want to not die?
You don't know!
I am a very good druid. Can I nature?
You do. Most of these are edible. Some of them are medicinal. You
Okay.
don't see any that are poisonous. You do know a few of them have psychoactive compounds.
Oh, cool.
Not very many. They're sort of clustered in the back. Most of these are culinary.
I grab a selection.
All right. Mark
I
down
do as well.
Agar eating mushrooms.
Agar eating mushrooms.
I'm running
Can
out
I
of
grab
places
some of the
to put
medicinal
them.
ones?
Sure.
I'm grabbing a selection of all of the 3 kinds.
What's this little alcove over here?
That's what I
You
was
see a
about to
similar
ask.
sort of like gardening shed area.
Gardening shed. Okay.
Yep. You know what? I have to see. Let me see.
I'm gonna need to redo
I'm
my sheet
gonna
soon.
roll for this and see if it is
And-
there. Okay, it's not.
Is this just a line thing,
just
or
a
is it
weird
anything
corner.
significant? Okay, cool.
That's just a weird corner. Cool. Mushrooms.
Okay,
Mushroom.
before we go up the elevator, can we take a break?
All right. When would
Taking
you
a
like us
break.
to be back? We'll be back in a little while.
10, 15 minutes?
Sounds good. We'll see you then. Bye, Twitch.
Okay.
Twitch. We're back.
Hi, Twitch.
Everyone,
Twitch.
everyone, write down your mushrooms.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wrote down my
I
mushrooms.
sort of squeezed in shrooms because I've run out of room for anything on my sheet.
I'm running out of room as well.
I don't think
you
I
guys
have room
have
for any.
the-
I didn't write down any of the other stuff.
Do you guys have the second page of the character sheet? Like the one with age, height, weight, eyes, skin, and hair at the top?
No, I
No.
lost that somewhere. I have the
Mine
spell
Mine is
sheet.
digital.
Because the second one has a rather large section for treasure, which I just use for anything I collect beyond my ordinary
Yeah,
equipment.
I wasn't really
'cause
using
the
it for
equipment
anything
box is
else,
tiny.
so it like disappeared.
Gone.
Because I'm already juggling the spell sheet and the normal sheet.
Okay. To each their own.
Usually, I don't collect items.
Look
I
at
need the
this guy
second
over
sheet.
here not collecting items.
I need the second sheet for like a list of character abilities to see what I can do, because I'm at
I just
10th
wrote
level
that on the
now.
reverse of my character sheet.
Ah. That is a great big bunch of open empty space, I guess.
I have food here, and every time I take a bite, the dog comes running in.
No.
Puppy dog.
Shall we go up the elevator?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Let's. Nerd. And this time, Journey gets to actually be in the motherfucking walls.
Guy who's in the walls.
He gets to be in the wall.
You all go into the walls, and as the elevator ascends, you see a the roof bow up gently, and a set of doors open, and you are deposited outside. You see the manor house within view. I'm gonna switch this over.
Oh.
View. But you are some ways away from it, and we don't need roll 20 anymore.
You might not. I'm just going to keep nerding around the walls.
Have fun.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
how some ways away, just like
Are we still inside the compound? Like within the fence gate? Or
You are outside of the fence gate.
okay.
It is
Are we
within
closer to
sight.
the city or further away?
Ooh, I don't know. Let me look on my maps. I have a bunch of maps. You're further away from the city. You're
Cool.
sort of behind the manor house.
Is the section with the elevator, is it like camouflaged essentially?
Yes.
Okay.
As you step off, the plates come back down. And it would take someone very skilled to find it again.
I see.
But are we
I'm gonna
able to
actually
activate
see-
it from here?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was
It
going to
doesn't
ask.
appear to be.
So the guy wanted to know if there's another entrance.
Yeah, and he did say he'd like us to close any other exits off if we could. This one seems already
Yeah, I mean,
closed.
nobody can.
Itself off. Yeah, no one can get in. I think that's the thing that he's worried about.
Yep. Well then. I think.
guess.
So we're outside and it's still dark?
It is still dark. Yep.
Okay. Well, we can always wait until sunrise to go and bother that servant, but we could also just go there right now.
I say we wait.
Very well. In that case, let's set up some kind of camp here. Try and get a little rest before dawn. Get our
Agreed.
sleep schedules back where they should be.
Haha. Agreed.
All right, I sit down and I do Hearth of Moonlight and Shadow.
Ooh.
All right. You take
yeah.
your rest.
Is there time for so this would be what, like a short rest? Would this be? Our characters wouldn't have a way of knowing this, but I guess how long is it until dawn, basically?
A few hours, not 8 hours.
Not 8 hours, but
Okay.
enough to
we
get
could
a
know
little
this.
bit of
We know the
sleep in.
positioning of the sun, of
Maybe
the
4 or
stars
5
and the moon.
hours.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Enough for a small rest. Okay.
Yeah, you can take a short
Journey
rest.
is going to, before resting, is going to pen the letter or letters that I haven't fully figured out yet, because I've been paying attention to what's been going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
I will write them up before next session. I'll try to get them to Nemo soon, but once they're written, Journey will burn them in red flame and send them on their way. Just so's you know.
All right. Yeah. And then do you approach the house again?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Before that happens, Journey's just going to make a copy of the map.
All right.
He wants one copy for himself.
Oh God, I forgot her name. Maribeth? Meredith? Oh boy. Something.
Oh, my beloved notes.
I'm so bad at
Oh.
remembering things that I made up.
Did I write down her name by any chance? Nope.
I could have. I think I. Did I write? No, I didn't.
Hold on. Did I write it over here, though? Welcome to House Chowski. Seen any dogs? Nope. I don't have the name.
That's okay. She answers the door. Is what
Yeah.
matters. And Arthavis, is not awake. But she does receive you and shows you to the sitting room and goes to wake him up. It is so early in the morning. You're back!
That we are.
And you're not dead. Isn't that something? Now,
I'm quite fond of that
what have you
state
found?
myself.
Did you find
You've
my
got a
dogs?
whole city down there. Yes, your dogs are dead.
That's what I thought. Good to know for
That's
sure.
quite bad of you.
I don't care.
I
We
care.
have completed. Journey's going to speak over Willow, and actually probably move in front of her if he can.
Good.
We have completed the reconnaissance into what we have determined is a city that lies beneath your house. I took the liberty of drawing a map to the best of my ability.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And I will hand it over to him.
Traps.
And yes, we made, and I take out a second piece of paper, and here are the notes for the various traps that are here and here and here.
Wonderful.
And these puzzles.
Do you think, and how many of them do you think could be potentially removed? Should I wish to, for example, begin having guided tours of this city?
No.
Well,
you could.
There is this giant place of tar, which would require some serious dedication to remove, and some serious manpower, labor hours, etc.
Here's
It
my.
also smells bad down there.
It's also like you would, like it's an whatever. You could invite I'm sure scholars would love to have a look at it. You could... I guess you could have scholar... Is that how that works? Scholars... People
There are
studying things could pay you to study your labyrinth?
Interesting, yes. Hmm.
You asked us to keep an eye out for any other exits. We discovered one, a mechanical or magical exit of some kind, which deposits people above ground some distance from your house. It does not appear that you can get in there, only out.
Marvelous. Marvelous. That is marvelous. Scholars,
I did think you would be pleased
some of
with
them
that.
get, paid by universities, and the universities have a special rate, and it's always like, ugh, tourism is so much more lucrative. But let's see how much I can wring out of the scholarly types. Those are the ones who my father had down there were scholarly types. Not that they, and
There
they
are
didn't find
some
enough to make it profitable for him.
there are some difficulties with light in particular areas as well. I thought you would like to know. Some places are magically lit, but others are completely dark and away from the sun. And I'm gonna just I'm trying to remember if there was anything else he asked us to do.
Oh, your creature, your critters. Did you find them?
Yes. No.
How
Nope.
much
I
compensation would
found
you
some of
require?
them.
How much compensation would you require?
Well, I only found the 3 dogs. I only found 3 dogs.
So how many did you not find? How many critters were not found?
Well, I tracked 8 critters here.
So 5.
So 5. You've lost 5 creatures. Okay. Good lord. 2,500 gold additional to you then. To be given, should you so desire. That's at a price of 500 gold per critter, lost permanently, which may, upon your discretion, be delivered to the owners, or may not. I don't care.
How much was he giving us for each missing animal?
This is given directly to Willow, and it is 500 gold per missing animal, so
Yes.
2,500 gold.
Directly to Willow. Yeah.
Directly
Cool.
to Willow.
No, that's fine. It's not objecting. I'm literally just asking. Okay.
And then a sum of 5,000 to the party as a whole. You've done excellent work. Should I make any sort of profit on the information that you have given to me, I shall deliver unto you. If I make twice this, at least, I shall deliver unto you 5,000 more gold pieces. This is, of course, provided I am able to find you.
I will give an address of my residence in Rome.
Wonderful. Oh, noble. Very excellent, young sir.
Yes,
I shall deliver the goods to you. If,
You're very kind.
of course, this winds up panning out, these ventures are never go as planned.
Indeed
There's
not.
always something. Dogs always dying in the labyrinth. You know how it is.
Hi, Elbow Ellie.
Mm?
You need to rebuild your shop, right? I mean, you have a
Yeah.
permanent address. Journey's not the only one with a permanent address.
Right. Mm. ...
Wonderful.
Yeah,
If our
no.
business is concluded,
Would you prefer that I give it to you, Willie?
It's fine.
Ellie, if I... Okay.
It's
Willie.
fine.
Willie.
Willie. Ah, that's cute.
It's both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
If this happens, you may send all of it to that address, and I shall disperse it to my companions directly.
All right, he gives you a wink. It's not subtle at all.
I smile.
He's
We've
such
taken up a great deal of your time. We hope you have a lovely day. And
would you do me one more favor and just take that poster down from the guild hall?
certainly, would you
Mhm.
sign a piece of paper authorizing us to in case we get stopped? Simply saying in your name that you approve us taking it down.
Oh, yes. I'll do that. You have a piece of paper. Everything I have is. I don't have something suitable.
I shall take out another piece of paper.
He writes. He writes. To whom it may concern,
Oh my god.
this missive is being taken down at the
Jesus.
behest of Arthavis Chotsky. Yep.
Mhm.
Very well. Thank you kindly, and thank you a great deal for the business. And
Yes.
Journey will turn and leave.
All right.
Hold on.
How long do we have before our boat?
A few more days.
Days, the morning of the 18th. We're leaving on what, the 21st? The 20th?
Yes.
Something like that?
20th,
The 20th.
I believe.
Yeah, the 20th. Oh boy, it's here somewhere.
If we are to split
21st.
I'm going, if we're splitting the gold, 2,000 goes to Ellie, 2,000 goes to Journey, 1,000 goes to Willow because she finagled her way to an extra 1,000.
I finagled my way to an extra 2,500. Thank you.
Oh, do you? Oh,
She's
well then,
not giving
absolutely. And I will distribute that other 1,000 to Ellie and Journey respectively.
Wow. Everyone gets 2,500.
Yep.
You're not giving it back to the owners of like the. I think there were 2 animals that you didn't find. You're just not giving it to
Oh.
them.
I mean, I guess I can give to.
You don't have to. Hey,
Eh.
You don't have
he
to.
literally said he doesn't give a shit what you do with the money.
And I technically did not lie to get that money.
No, technically you
I
didn't.
did only find 3 dogs, and I
Yep.
did track 8 animals here.
Yep.
This is true. Selective.
Uh-huh.
I can buy so many pastries with this.
That you can.
I now have
I need to put the
2,701 gold. That's a lot better than before.
Oh, math.
We leave at, what was it, 10 a.m. sharp on the 20th?
21st.
Mm-hmm.
Something. It was
But
the
yeah.
21st, not the 20th. Okay.
Yeah, it was the 21st.
10 a.m. sharp, 11 a.m. sharp, 1 time sharp.
Yes. I think 10 a.m. I think boarding starts at like 11 and it leaves at 12. I think boarding starts at 10 but it leaves at 12 or something.
Yeah.
It's like you got to make sure that you have to go through security, check your bags.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
Security?
Whoa, that's a
Jeez.
whole lot for a boat. I thought it was like you show up, you
No,
buy your
you show up
ticket, you
and-
tell
yeah,
them
it's
how many
not-
children you have in
Yeah,
the car,
yeah.
and then you sit there in your car in the car line for like an hour waiting for
No,
them to
it's
tell you
they're
you can board
they're
the
bringing
boat.
on all the supplies, is what they're doing.
Yeah. It's just as annoying as it can possibly be.
Okay.
You know how it goes. Being annoying.
Yes, leave on the 21st.
All right. Anything else that we want to do today? Because we don't have that much time left.
There. My question is there a way for Ellie to get a sum of the money that he got to the Twisted Root?
Does Gail have contacts here?
Gail does have contacts here.
She does.
There's
Can we send a check?
I'm actually thinking there is actually a way of sending a check, sending like a money order essentially. But it's a whole bunch of steps. First you have to go to the exchange place.
Yeah.
To change your cash into a money order, and then you have to post the money order. And then that person has to receive the money order, go to their change place.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is possible,
what Ellie,
and that's the safest way to send cash.
I think what Ellie will do is, because probably the closest change place would be like Gadu, so it would be a lot to go. I think what Ellie does is just separates it into a smaller pouch, just so that he is reminded that this is something that he is gifting to his family later.
All right.
Are you putting like all of that? How much are you put? I don't need to know.
I'm putting 1,000. He is putting aside 1,000 for his family.
Oh, I really do like that shiny number 3 at the total of my my money. Hey, this is the most money I've had during the game.
Yay!
Me too.
Money! Yay!
Me as well.
A rich
Knew
fuck.
this was a great idea.
We have so much.
Ellie, you still have to pick up your
My sword. Yes.
Is that ready today? Is that ready?
I believe it is. I believe it is.
I think it is.
Because it was 2. I believe it was 2 to 3 days. I believe. Yeah.
Yep, and it's been 2 days now, and yes, they are ready.
Sweet. Okay. Yeah. He only just got. I believe he only got his main, like, not.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just got one of his swords. Yeah, the longsword. Okay. I will just put an S by that, so I know that it is silvered.
You're able to pick it up. No problem.
Okay.
In that case, Journey has nothing else to do today besides eat and wait and sleep, and potentially respond to any letters which are written in response to the letter which he wrote and sent earlier, but can't happen because I haven't written them, and so Nemo can't write response to them, and so Journey can't respond to those responses. We might hand wave some of that at a future date, that this happened sometime during these days.
Yeah.
Or maybe it happens later, up to Nemo. But if he gets responses, he will write responses to those responses.
All right.
Basically, in the next couple days. But if everyone else is okay with that, I'm leaning towards skipping over the next couple days.
I'm also leaning towards that.
I'd be fine with that.
All right.
I think we should send a message to Dora, but I don't have the brain power to compose that right now.
We can do that at the beginning of next session and have that ready.
All right.
We can just have that ready.
So we will continue then when we can return.
Okay then.
All right. Short one tonight. Good night, Twitch.
Good night, Twitch.